Novak, could I just ask you a question about Rafa? Obviously, you've played him so many times. What for you was kind of the peak Nadal?
Well, I've played him so many times that I think he peaked more than a few times against me in Roland Garros particularly. You know, I've played him here from first time, I think it was back in 2000, could it be 6 or 7? And then the last time we played in 2020, what is it, 22. So, yeah, I've experienced firsthand, so to say, from the court, his evolution as a player. I actually think that he has improved his backhand as he was getting older. He was probably conscious of, you know, physical struggles that he had, and he had to be more aggressive on the court. So he was, you know, still top spinning the forehand better than anybody has ever done it, and he still kept that incredible defense and offense in the forehand. But I think with backhand, he was just able to handle the high balls to his backhand better than he was maybe at the beginning of our encounters. He was probably moving better and had better physical condition in the first 10 years of his career in Roland Garros, but then after that he had to adjust, and I think he did very well with the backhand particularly. I found his backhand very consistent and really a big weapon that, you know, the kind of pattern against Rafa was kind of always trying to find that backhand, you know, get him out of the court and open up the forehand. But, you know, then he improved so much in that backhand and court positioning that it became, you know, impossible to find a kind of a weak spot from the baseline, you know, to hurt him. So, yeah, we had some really amazing encounters over the years, but since we are here in Roland Garros on clay, a couple of matches that really stand out that we played here against each other were that 5-setter that he won. I think it was 9-7 in the fifth semifinals in 2013 or 12 or 13. And then, you know, he didn't play his best, but I played probably the best match I ever played against him on clay here when I won against him in quarters. The year I lost in the finals, 2015. And then the last couple of matches here, really, you know, the one that when I won 2021, we played again a very long semifinals, deep in the night. Same thing the year after when he won, he beat me in quarters, also night session, 7-6 in the fourth. So, yeah, I mean, I've said it many times, he has been the greatest rival that I ever had. Matches against him on clay have frustrated me so much in my career, but they also made me a better player, made me, you know, understand what it takes, you know, really, to try to surpass him, try to win at least once or twice on Roland Garros. I mean, I've said it on the court the other day that it's the highest mountain to climb, really, always, you know, for me to win Roland Garros, particularly because of Nadal, because I always have to win against him in order to get to the title. So, so yeah, we had some really fantastic matches here. Truth is that I've always, you know, compared myself to these guys because those are the two greatest rivals I ever had in my career, and I've said it before, you know, many times that they have actually defined me as a player, and all the success that I have, you know, they've contributed to it in a way, you know, because of the rivalries and the matchups that we had, and countless hours of thinking and analyzing and what it takes to win against them on the biggest stage, you know, for me and my team. It was just those two guys were occupying my mind for the last 15 years quite a lot, and in a professional sense, and so of course it's amazing to know that I'm one ahead of both of them in Grand Slams. with Rafa, but at the same time, everyone writes their own history. So, you know, I still think that everyone has a unique journey that they should embrace and stick to. But of course, having the three of us with Andy, of course, as well, that we cannot forget. In the last 20 years, we kind of reached the golden era of the men's tennis, and as people like to call it. So I'm really grateful to be part of this group of guys.
You're a student of the game, and the tournament is largely about your quest for this great achievement. But you also just said that Roger and Rafa have sort of gotten you or pushed you to where you are. I'd like to ask really directly, who do you think is better on a neutral surface, or just talk about the attributes they bring.
Who is better between the two?
Between the two, yes.
On what is neutral surface?
Slow hard.
Is it ice? Is it water? Is it?
Well, better is better.
I think actually one of the best, I think, images that I've ever seen from tennis is them playing on a half grass, half clay court.
That was fun.
I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with the idea was genius, and I was, as a tennis fan, I enjoyed that very much. So whoever won that match, you have your answer.
But how
No,
do
I mean,
they-
it's difficult, look, to say who is better because, you know, three of us, we're all so different. We have different styles, we have different trajectories or journeys to where we are at this moment, and we all had tremendous success. Some more on one surface, some on the other surface. We do complement each other, and I think the rivalry between the big three, so to say, is phenomenal for our sport. So the more traction, the more conversation there is around the three of us, or the GOAT discussion, or etc., the better in general for our sport. So yeah, I hope people still keep on talking about it.
Okay, we have time for one more in the room. Craig?
So the last one. Now that Roger is retired, who do you see as your biggest rival? Maybe Alcaraz?
Well, Nadal is still there, right? Okay, so it's still Rafa, obviously. As long as he plays, he's my biggest rival. Thank you.